That was squeaky. Squeaky my calm. Yay. Hmm? Absolutely nothing is centered with my monitor. I don't even think my monitor is centered in my desk. What? I need to do a thing. Display capture. Do not make source visible. What I've got to do is that. Then I need to move it into the right position. I need to go into filters, add crop, left. Oh, 1280 on the left, 1280 on the right. Job done. And you should be able to see. And if I so need, I can drag things in. Yay, that worked. Cool. That's where, oh, that's docs there. Do I want to read this? Let's have a look. Is this understandable? No, really. Not really. Entity component system paradigm. Standard stuff. All right, so oh, yeah. Context of this game idea I have. Character. In fact, everything. UI elements would be entities as well. Components will be the function, possibly. Depends. Oh, right, that's what components are. Yeah, so everything is entity. Components are like the variables and crap that are attached to them, like position velocity. Even UIs are actually components. Have UI components as well. And the systems or logic that make things happen. Someone's like it's burning. Keeps it nice and simple. Let's copy and paste things. What we're doing, we made a function. I'll print hello world. We had it as a system. Called hello world. So it's a run if. Wow. Ah, to add systems to the whatever schedule function name, and it runs. Now, not in theory, let's run this to do a thing. Never mind, it won't. If I save my file, save your file, then you run it. Oh wait, hang on. We're busy. There you go. This should pick it up in a moment. There you go. Rust Analyzer was doing a thing. It prints hello world. It does the thing. Is everyone going to be an absolute arse and make retarded amounts of noise suddenly? Hmm. I'm going to make my first component. Yeah. Make the person's component and have a name component. Yeah, I get what this is doing. Normally the person would actually be an entity. Although, oh, you give him the person component to define an entity as a person. Yeah. Otherwise, how else would you know an entity is a person? Unless you had made a person entity specifically. I guess it doesn't really matter which way you do it, probably. There's probably some nuance there or something. Being rather crappy. I was mildly enthusiastic about doing this, but now I'm like, ugh. Mood kind of crashed. Anyway, powering on. Let's do typing instead. Persian. Persian. I can't type. Now, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure you can do this. No, maybe not. You can't piggyback off a single. Or can you do crazy things like. No. I have to read the freaking thingy book again. I haven't. I've lost where I was in it. I've also forgotten things because I haven't read much. Yeah, now it's auto completing properly. Good name. Jim. That one guy. This is where you start getting like this. So you go, you do your little easy to read nonsense. I need to. Uh, I need to need some settings, I think. Features. I don't know where I even find this thing. Honestly. Taking too long. Oh, I get it now. What that's doing. Finding what it runs on. Only people with name and only people with the name and person. I believe this means it's in reference to a mutable object or something, or reference to the name. That's the thing. I've got to remember what the freaking @ symbol means. It's important. I forget. I have the Rust book open, don't I? Okay. In the middle of references and borrowing, that's what I was looking at. Yeah, the ampersands make references. I thought they did. Yeah. Oh, yes, part of the ownership. Don't take ownership. Just say, I want this number, but you keep it to yourself. I get you. So take a reference of the name, reference of the query, without taking ownership. Oh yeah, because we want to query, we want to get the name, but we also want to make sure that they have the person. And they have to have the name component in order for it to even work. So that makes yeah. And we can just add it here. The update. Oh, of course, I need to bracket this all up. Also, that semicolon doesn't want to be there. Hang on, I'm gonna search up a thing real quick. What do you say? Why does everyone have to do video? Why can't just everyone give me a good old text explanation? There's a Copilot button somewhere. Copilot is turned off. It really is. It actually genuinely is right now. That's all right. Otherwise, it would be popping up all sorts of random code on the thing. That's all I wanted. Oh, apparently that should just work. Hold on. Nope. Why didn't it work? Oh, I wonder. I wonder. Um, save the freaking file. Hey, hello, that one guy. Yes. Hello, that one guy. I wonder if I can get that to happen. And again. Oh, yep, there you go. Hello World came out last this time because they run in parallel, like it says. And now we got a mutable query. In reference to the mutable query. The name equals something, change it to something else. Then off. Ah, so that's how you do your, or make sure they run in a particular order. Okay. Change the name of cheese bob to egg. Are we missing a bucket somewhere? Yeah. Do the thing? Yep. It does the thing. Wow. Plugins. Plugins are fancy things. All right. Okay. Everything is a plugin, effectively. Hey, Chris. How you doing? All right, cool. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I'm doing this. Oh, cool. I don't play. I don't play. It's I can't get used to Warframe because it's so zoomed in. You see 90% of the freaking game is the back of your freaking character, and then it's also super fast. I'm alright. Just feeling a bit meh. Really. Find a plugin, which you oh right, they got plugins on the assets page as well, so we could actually find a lot of stuff for that. Add it to my thing as a dependency. Input the code definition using the third-party prelude. And then add it as a plugin. Yeah. And also a set of default plugins. Also, you can just add plugin default plugins and get like the basic. Here's a game engine. There you go. Two D 3D render, asset loading, UI systems, Windows import, go stuff. So I add this plugin to this thing. No, I'm not even going to actually paste that. Add plugin. Default plugin. And if I run this, we should actually get a window. Hey, look. Oh my god. The console spam. Because it's updating every frame now that there's a window, rather than just ending on the last thing. Oh, I love it. Yeah. It's now full of hello messages. This is where you make your plugin for your actual game rather than thingy. My main plan is get as far as being able to draw something, I guess, on the screen. That'd be good. Hmm. Very your first organization is. On the end, we implement plugin for hello plugin, and we make our first function build. Then we register the plugin in the app with your add plugins thing. Oh, okay, okay. So you don't have to repeat this add plugins thing where you can actually pass a single a tuple with like all of min, which is great. It means you don't have to write the same thing over and over again a million times, and you don't have to end up being like 600 miles long. What you do is you go let oh, I can't remember what a tuple looks like. Hang on. Where's my data types? Boolean character component types. Tuple. There you go. It's a number of ways you can do this as well. Ow. Um. What would it be? I don't necessarily have to vow They're all the same type, so I don't have to define the type. And just literally go let plugin thing equal default plugins. Hello plugin. Doing. Right. Whoop, bits! All the bits! Many 1 bits. 51 bits. Or 50 bits of value 1. Thank you for the bitties! I must make a thing where they get thrown at me. That's it. That's something that's needed. Someone literally throws bits in my face. I should have bits thrown in my face. That would make sense. And then I'm gonna see if this works. I'm deviating from the freaking tutorial. And we just pass it. Plugin list. Right? What you do now, and then you pull these out. In here. Brings that into thingy. What's this moaning about? Snake case. Which is underscore. Oh, okay. Fine. I'll get used to that. They like snake case instead of camel case for variables. Okay. Sure. Oh, true. They only have the 100, don't they? I have to click that 50 times. All right. And then we go, yeah, you run the plugin list and then you run the thing. It's not coming up with any errors. So am I big braining this and actually making it work? Oh my God. For all intents and purposes, it should run. It told me, yeah, you can just put it in a tuple, little thing, a list of lists. Go, cargo, run. No crash. Hello. There you go. It works. I did the thing. I deviated and won. Hooray. I deviated from the freaking tutorial and I won. I actually do know what it means without seeing an example. That you could use a thing and I decided to use a thing. Now I don't have to have like add plugins a million times in my list. Hooray. So much nicer. I'm not sure what this all this grayed out stuff is. It's confusing me. Bundle. Type param may need drop. What does it mean? Huh? What does this mean? It's probably something to do with the analyzer, but I'm like, I'm gonna search that. What are you referring to? I'm gonna go with analyzer. I'll type annotation help syntax. Oh, that's what they are. Type annotations, effectively. Basically, what it's referring to here is that for the sake of completeness, you should, like, when you're defining a tuple, you define the types of it, then you define its values. But because the types of this tuple? Is it tuple or tuple? I don't know. I'm going to go tuple. Whatever. Since they're both the same type anyway, and they will always all be the same type, which is a type of a plugin, you can omit this. But Rust Analyzer is making that it's showing up all these like type thingies. Like we know that we're using a bundle because the spawn expects a bundle. But we don't need to add that because it's implied. Because it's not necessarily. Here we are. Go on here. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's just literally that. Um, let's do this. Let's go into settings and search up inlay hints. Oh. Off unless pressed. Means if I go Control Alt, they'll turn on. Yeah, that's nicer. Now my code doesn't look as cluttered, and I can actually understand what's going on a little easier. Got fluff all over my monitor. Help. All right, cool. That's that fixed. Now I'm not going to get as confused as I was doing. $50 bitties. Now we're going to fix the spam. I have hiccups. Help. Also, we've got ads in 3 minutes. I think. I wonder if that. No, yeah, I don't think that counts as cheating. Right, like set up a framework, like what? Sort of like boilerplate code for doing. Although it take hard to say anything. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The ads are about to start. The ad warning's been up for over a minute already. You're a bit late. Which. Okay. So resource is a globally unique piece of data. stuff like physical assets you load, you only really need to load one copy of them, then you make instances. Renders, you only need one really, unless you're doing something weird. And again, you only need, each render would want to be unique if you had like multiple windows anyway. So yeah, that makes sense. Tracking time with resources. Oh my god. We've already got it added. Oh yeah. So let's get rid of, say, hello world. By hello world function, we don't need you either. Resources are distancing ways you do components. Aquarium. Or we don't query them. So we just simply state in here that our time resource that we want, called, which is type resource time. I missed out, didn't hold shift properly. The parameter. So when that is not used, yeah, resource and resource. Now I take up even more space. No, you can't see the code. Maybe I should swap them around so reading text is, we'll do a swap. Get to see half. You get to see half a chillet. Where's my thingy? Swap. There you go. Now you can see the code. No, now you can't see the code because the ads have started. Rip. There you go. Code swap. Code exists. Yay. Delta field and time gives us time has passed since the last update. And we've got a timer type for doing the fancier things. Need more struts. Retimer. So here's the now it's updating Greek people even more. To use it in our system, we must now make a mutable timer, which references a resource that is mutable, is the Greek timer resource. Like so. So the timer 0. Why dot 0? Seems odd, but whatever. Time dot delta. Do that. Transfer time by delta seconds. Mm-hmm. Oh, we actually have to insert a resource, do we? We have to add it before any of our systems as well. Insert a resource, which is the greet timer. Timer. The double dot. Which I think is a way of traversing methods inside a namespace, if I remember correctly. And create a new timer. Oh wait, or is that more of reference to a strut actually? So this is where we actually create our timer. This is where we advance the time. Here's an interesting thing to say. Time is an unused variable. We're actually not using that right now. At no point do we actually use that. No, we do. Right here. Hmm. Yeah, because I bet if I leave, if I bet if I remove this line, this little bit here, it's gonna have an absolute hissy fit. Now it's complaining about something else. Yeah. Now the variable's missing. What happens if I do this? If I define it like this. No, that's not work. Weird. Interesting. Never mind. I didn't save the freaking file, so the check didn't go through correctly. And that Rust Analyzer was having a hissy fit. Never mind. It's fine. Always remember to save your file before you start wondering why some stuff's not look like it's not working. Because Rust Analyzer doesn't only freaking runs on like save. Yeah, that's kind of helpful. For all intents and purposes, this should work just like it says. Yep. If we run it, it should not spam us too much. Nope, I broke it. Unnecessary parentheses. Oh, true, very true, actually. It does work. It's actually notified me of an issue I didn't notice. Because I removed the hello world, I don't need the parentheses there anymore. It doesn't really cause anything, it's just messy code. And Rust gives you, like, this is why Rust is nice. It gives you really, really specific error messages. Like, here's the freaking file name, line, and column where your problem is. Here's what you should do to fix the problem. Cool, so now we only spam the log every 2 seconds. Ain't that lovely? Oh no, I've reached the end of the quick start. I'm on my own now. Now I must make a game that is super awesome and powerful, and now I'm also shiny. So I could check out some evamples? Yeah, that's a word. Evamples. I have hiccups. Oh god, help. You got examples, web examples, the breakout clone or thingy. API docs, which are going to be kind of important to keep looking at. Lots of learning resources, plugins, open source games, and the cheat book, an in-depth, opinionated, unofficial guide to the API and ecosystem. Let's open this, and this. And that horrible thing. Yeah, API docs. Oh, not the API docs. Right, well, what is this? This is the book. These are the games. There's quite a few little games. Tetris. Sudoku. Dungeon Quest. No Tetris. Bomberman. The original Dungeon Quest. Game of Life. Oh, someone's even gone kind of like Survivors sort of deal, if possibly. Don't know. Oh, Flappy Bird. Someone, of course, someone's made Flappy Bird. Look. That's cool. Pixel attack. Definitely, that reminds me of the thingy. Rusty Bird. pillars, columns. Yeah, there's a lot out there apparently. Match-free game. I don't remember scrolling. Oh, that's because I've gone past all the freaking games into oh, there's tools. A 2D Doom editor and Trench Room inspired map editor. Uh-huh. Visual program and swinging play around. Ooh. One's made an apt for brainstorming. Logic gate simulators. Interesting. And then you've got all the assets. 2D stuff. Load animations and sprites directly from binary with a hot reload. 2D in UI. That sounds useful. Hmm. Oh yeah, there's the parallax thing. This and this coupled together, I could entirely recreate Tyrion 2000. And then they got all the learning stuff, which is like official examples, queries, walking through the renderer, how to make Minesweeper. Cheap book and all that. Snake clone, make a rhythm game. Ooh. Anyway, we're only one of those pages because they are all on the same freaking thing. Fine. This. This is the API docs, which is going to be a very lovely thing to look at. In other words, I ain't going to look at it. What's this? This is the Rust book. This is Rust by example. This is the Rustlings thing. And this is the source code for the engine, which I do not need right now. And I don't need that page. What's this all about? Ah, itchy. Well, this makes sense. Now, this is all about making edit add-ons to the actual engine itself, your custom plugins for like systems and stuff. Like I could use bevy parallax, or I could make my own bevy parallax. I'm not going to do that all. No. Yeah, this is all about. This is literally all about offering third-party plugins, isn't it? But Rust API and cargo compatibility guidelines, stuff like that. Uh, might have got. Okay, so we don't need to care about much about this. Then there's a bunch of troubleshooting stuff. Can't find a GPU? Yeah, never mind. Okay. Well, oh wow. No, we ran out of things to do. Well, there we go. I've done it. I've won. I've made the thing. Okay, so about as far as we're going to get on this thing. That was a quick start guide. The official examples. That's in the GitHub, in it. Okay, so now we want to be in. Oh wait, yeah, we've got the unofficial cheat book, which is like everything all over again, just about, but not. Not Divine's Bevy, of course. Each page covers a standalone topic. Okay, cool. So we just find what we need, and that's it. Yeah, so you got the guided tour. Coordinates, visibility, timers, logging in, transforms, parent-child hierarchies. Let's go with working with 2D, because that's where I'm going to be starting. Oh, lovely. How Oof. 1 point. Alright, so this one's a bit out of date. Just a tad. Might still be relevant though, this. It depends if anything has changed in the camera control stuff. But in order to find out, we'd have to first look at this. And if there's nothing changed in here, then you have to then look at the next one. Then the next one. And then the 15 to 16 as well. Right, what else is there? Alright, okay. It's a video tutorial series. Nope. Yeah, this is where all the official migration guides are. Gotten chunky again. Wow. A lot of migration stuff. Every time I looked at it. Oh yeah. Or they do warn you that every 3 months they have a major version and then they just absolutely change a lot of stuff. For the better, obviously. It requires some migration effort. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, I need to basically, I don't know what I'm doing now. I generally don't. Anyway, let's have a look. So I can work around any issues that might pop up. A camera 2D bundle. You can use spawn a camera entity. So in this, basically, let's pull this down to the most basics. We want the default plugins. We get rid of the name component. We'll get rid of all of our components. We don't need them. We're not going to add. We actually get rid of our plugin altogether here. Actually, no. What we're going to do, maybe we're going to actually reuse this as game. This is probably not how you do it, actually. You probably make it more granular than do that. We don't need any. We don't need any of our components right now. We'll get rid of all that. We don't need a greet person function. We don't need that add people function. Also means we don't need any of these things right now. Don't need any of this code here. This is the lowest thing we can do. This is the most basic thing. The most basic. We define our own plugin, we make it, and then everything's story. We'll do. Yes, we will derive. Oops. Component. Called. So he calls it a my camera marker. I'll call it that as well, why not? Yeah. We'll have a look at something real quick. Yeah, thought so. Okay. I'm just double checking the command. No, command dot on camera 2D bundle. See, this is where it gets interesting. Now, here's an interesting thing. The way it's written here versus let's go back here. Where is this bit of code that I was looking for? Where it uses the first instance of a bundle. Here, yeah. Let me have a look. Something distinctively missing in here. Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, we want to do a camera 2D component. See. We also sent out with transform. It was we all want to look at how the spawn command works. That's probably what's changed. No, I need to find an example of what they're doing here. More than one camera. Oh, right, you can add an ID to it. But by all intents and purposes, this should just work. It's going to complain. It's not going to complain. Right, now what I want to do is I want to actually see what it looks like without all the thingies, because then I can read it better. I'm one of those weird people who do not like things on new lines because it just breaks up my concentration. Hello, say hello to autism and ADHD. It's a wonderful thing. It's a extra comma. I don't know. Or it's an extra comma because he made a new line. Because he made a new line. We're going. Let's have a look what this is. Can you tell me what this is? and have little underlying score things. I don't think a camera 2D bundle exists anymore. Let's have a look at this and just search up, or Control F camera here as well. Rename. Camera 2D bundle still exists in this version. So what are we going? So the 14.15. When does this change? Migrate cameras to required components. Hello. In favor of camera 2D and camera 3D. There we go. Found it. Yeah. I basically just need to do that. Not that. That. Oh, it's a lowercase d. Now everything's broken. Camera DVD does not have transform field. Now, need to find an example of what they're doing here. So what we'll do is we'll actually have to look, we'll Control F for spawn now. See how that changed. Previously, yes, it's all changed. I see. So, by all intents and purposes, no. Let me think. This is for the specifically for like the Material 2D bundle, but instead you just spawn Mesh 2D with multiple arguments. Now, oh, you know, oh, that's a very specific case. That's not a very good example, actually. Either, and let's do the thing. Where is that? Where is it? Where is it? Really? Boom. I don't know how to read. Oh dear. I could just Google. Lol. Mm. I wonder if the why did they get? You know what? I need to go back one. I go camera D. Look, respawn the camera 2D. Hell yeah! Go on, camera 2D. So this entire little example is far too out there. The bundle doesn't even exist, and this way of doing it anymore doesn't really work. However, take an example from this. We take our own person component and then do the name component. Oh, I understand now. Go back to this. Right? Transform. This might work. From XYZ 100. Not that. Might not be the way you do it now, though. No, wait, let's have a look. No, because you would actually do it. What is that Pokemon? There is no Pokemon here. Only fluffy dragons. Well, obviously, we would have my camera marker as one of the components. This wants to be a double bracketed, doesn't it? What makes it work? It's not complaining. It's not complaining. I think I figured it out finally. I now understand the concept of the spawn command. You spawn and then you apply a bunch of freaking components to it. Yeah, that's it. Does the dot dot default still make sense here? Judging by where it applies it, it's just after transform. Not sure how that applies to the new systems. This dot dot. That's the wrong default. You want that? No, doesn't like it. What's your problem here? Oh, not a bundle. Means dot. I guess the default is absolutely unnecessary then. I don't know. Oh, the webcam. The webcam's great. It lets me move a lot more. I actually blink properly, even with glasses on. It's so much more responsive and all that. Like I can even partially close my eyes in some cases, like so. Especially if I actually set up Vinyan to not be so aggressive on the eye blinking. I can have just like completely drugged up eyes. Yeah, that's the one reason why I have my like everything like I look like I'm drunk if I don't have it set to like be linked blink. Hang on. How many zeros can I stick in this? Nope, it's like I would like my blinks to be linked, but also be able to like not have them super instantaneous. My head's getting bigger. What's happening? Now you can see better. And I can get really close to the camera. I'm not even that close. Ow. How dare you? There you go. Hooray, confetti. That's all that's inside my head when it explodes. Note to self, I need a new microphone boom. So, that's how you create a camera, possibly. I'm gonna run the code and see if it blue screens my computer. Well, I get a window. Uh, Unused import. Oh, how's going on here? No, that's meant to be there. Go away. Oh wait. What happened here? I've added something that's a thing. Go away. Back to how you meant to be. There you go. What's this? The projection of what determines how accordance and name. Okay. Yeah, there's a little dude. Oh, we got ads. Not the ads. I wonder if there's like a more up-to-date version of thingy. Managed to work around this thing, but the rest of it I can't be asked. Although, here's the thing. Can I? Quite a lot of what I'm looking for, probably. Anyway, look around for some like more interesting things. Let's have a look. Nope, not that. Assets, learning. Where show you? What we do? Probably better off just looking at some examples, honestly. Do the examples. Shapes, viewport to the world. Pixel grid snaps, rotation sprites. So, right. There's also a camera one. I want to look at the setup camera. Oh, on camera 2D, camera. Oh, you give it a camera with HDR default. Oh, that's how you do it. Instead of this. You do. You pass it a camera and fill it with fancy stuff like this. So I could go transform. Maybe. Or, better yet, like what they're doing here in this example, you just make a camera. You can set up some stuff, like if you need HDR to add bloom effects. And the function of updating the output. Beautiful transformation. So you got a mutable camera, single, mutable transformation with camera 2D, but not with player. Player, single. Ah, what did I do? I opened the symbols panel, and then the other panel disappeared. Help! Is that this one? That one. There you go. Fixed it. A reference to a transform with player without camera 2D. In your time. Camera translation, smooth nudge in the direction of a camera decay. Seconds. Okay. How do you make the camera follow with the player? Oh yeah, because there's a 2D top-down camera. Yep, that makes sense. And this is how they create a camera here. Using sub-camera view. Full size, offset, and size. Ah! My brain's gone to mush. I'll be back in a second. I need to close my blind before I get flies, bugs, and all that. Time is it? I've been at this for 2 hours, my head. It's time to do something different. Yeah, this is where knowing more Rust would be useful. Actually, you're broken, missing a bracket. Actually, does need both brackets as well. That's not moaning. Okay. Yeah, this is where it would help to know more about Rust. I have not even gotten very far in this book. I have gotten to references and borrowing, I think. Is it that? No. Yeah, I think that's where I was up to. Reading through references and borrowing. Not sure. Did that far? No, because I've read about the slice type before. Read about the thing here. Read about the enums. Have I? Structures. Shorthand stuff. Um, Options and matching. Yeah, I've read this. Isn't the match control flow? No, that's the penny and nickel thing. That. I don't know where I was with that. I lost my place. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where I was with that. Just by example. Um. Oh, where is my? Ah, need to go back on this. Don't I? That's what I was looking for. And we're getting the mesh. The snake clone will probably be a good option because that's one way of getting, depending what version this is for, actually. Very old version. Anyway, let's do something else. Not that I know what to do because I'm like, I guess I could do Blender. I do have some Blender. I have a lot of Blender stuff I need to do still, but I'm not sure I can be asked. Thing. It's breaking my prelude, doesn't it? Yeah. Or it automatically does that something. Anyway, oop, get rid of that. Oh look, it's chill it. Now it's fish. Right, what am I gonna do? Time being. What? There's an update to Dwarven Realms Season 4. What? Launch of Season 4 of Dwarven Realms. Oh. Ancient dwarves and deathless champions rise from the realm. Rise from the necromancer, I should say. Realms crack open wider than ever before. Step through the time tear and back into the lost era of ruin. Ancient power still walk the land, and dwarves have yet to fall. New race. 2 new playable races. Dwarves and Graveborn. Great. There's now 4 distinct ancestries, each offering unique bonuses to weapon types and elemental affinities. Build your legend with the might. Ooh, God, I might do another run on. Freaking this game. The home fort has been reborn. Hello, Pleco. Eating everything. My God, bristle nose. Just eating all the stuff. Thanks for that. Oh, they basically just destroyed the home fort into a broken thing. New feature, expeditions. Like, let me bring up the main thing again. I've got all the games, I've got loads. Expeditions. The fortune has left the home fort and some explorer has taken its place. Oh, okay. He go do the things for you. They've made it so that you don't have to have faff with doing tomes, catacombs, and Elven Capital runs over and over again. Because honestly, they are tedious. Because there's not a lot to them. Like the Elven Capital, you literally run in a straight line, destroying loads and loads and loads of like little rocks, and then that's it. Just ways of getting giant amount of resources. Multiple rewards and boss encounters. When entering the boss encounter, some dude will come in. If the player has more keys to the same encounter, players can now trade the additional keys with this ancient being, which will use them to enhance the reward, should the boss be defeated. So use more keys to empower the boss and get more rewards. Really? Okay. Boss scaling selections. Boss encounters will now scale the same as ruptures. To beat an involved encounter, you may choose to battle again at the same level or push higher levels. Oh, so you never get into a position where you can't defeat the boss anymore. Because usually when you beat it, the bosses level up by 1 every single time. Nice. Okay, many rounds. And lots of balance changes. Ring of Flames, Carnage of Fire. Use the cooldown, increase the damage. Burning Shield, Fire Beams. Mod Fire Ring now deals 100. Chain Lightning. Link 2 more times now gives 3 more links. Gain damage for each link has been increased. Damage multiplier has been increased. The cooldown has also increased. But Vortex. They are nerfing the wolves. They jump 2 additional times now, not 3. Okay. Electric meteors. Chance increased to 25% per stack. Damage increased to 100%, and now also stacks. Now that is fact. That's insane. That's a lot. For each other dragon now works even without the complementary mod of gaining additional dragons. Oh wow, I didn't know that was even a thing. And damage multiplier is being increased by 2%. I went electric dragons last time. With using Void Aura. Because I wanted to basically not have to click and just stand there, ideally. What I should do is burning shield would have been a better idea. Stand still, let everything come near me, and then let it die. Although I would have to run around a little bit because I'd have to move to get towards certain enemies. Dragon Flame has had its cooldown reduced. That's kind of crazy. And I'm... No! Reducing the cooldown of Dragon Flame is a bad idea. Last time I used that thing, holy crap. There were so many dragons and flames on the screen, I couldn't actually see what was going on. I have to remember, I have 2 games that I need to play, but Bernard and Odds of Fate soon. Most things have got a little bit more damage and more bit quicker cooldowns. Lightning token got reduced. Lightning beam. Stance abilities have been... Some have... Oh yeah, the last one introduced fists. Unarmed. That sort of thing. Some gaining thingy. Everything has had its cooldowns increased except for Swords Ascending Power. And the monograms are changing a bit. Here we are. Unholy Voids attack are 20% stronger. Now, Unholy Voids are 1% stronger for every 50 crit damage you have. Move to the ring slot and is stackable. So now you can actually scale Unholy Voids damage as damn slight bit easier. They're moving some things around actually, yeah. 1% damage for every extra thingy. They've removed it from the thingy, added it to the ring slot, and increased it by 2% per slot. Okay. They've buffed 2 base damage for every energy point over 100. That's a really nice way of getting early damage. Because you can get something that you can also get a mod that doubles your thingy, so you have 200 energy, which is an easy, like, 300 damage. 300 base damage for that matter. Really, really good early game thing. Oh, potion stacking method is now even better because it now requires less stat. Ah, yes, this is... Yeah. Second level catacomb key recipe has been increased. Now select cost 7 thingies. If the code increased 25. Do Zoo a little faster and this guy a little faster. We've got Sipes apparently as well. Which is probably one of the new things and a lot of bug fixes. Cool. So new Necromancer stance. Commands a legion of minions, unlike traditional balls and skeletons, reshapes battle through undead army empowering skelly warriors, spectral beasts, or horrific abominations to overwhelm the enemies of the realm. Strategy, positioning, and relentless pressure over raw damage. Interesting. I'm going to keep that on my radar. Season 4 launches on May 25th, but the update is already out. The season starts. Does that mean you can actually test out this stuff on offline mode? I wonder. I might have to have a look at that. Got 8 million other games as well. Oh yeah, that's so. Oh yeah, I remember now. I was meant to be looking for something to do. Let's have a look. What is Gunfire's update? Season 5 on theirs. New update for backpack battles, small one. Oh. Victoria has an update. Probably more bug fixes and stuff. An update Space Engineers as well. I think for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna probably call it a day. I'd nip on VR chat, but I'd be stuck in desktop mode for the time being. Which is kind of meh. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I think I'll have a short stream today. Figure out what I'm doing. Probably not gonna focus too much on code. I'm not sure if I'll actually even be able to join in on this little game jam because I don't think I'll have enough brain power within the next month or learn enough to actually make something properly. Unless I just grab Unity and just faff with it quickly. I don't know. Man, I am running out of space on my main hard drive. I'm gonna have to move some games off it. Actually, I don't think I've got any games on it. I think I've just got too much stuff installed on it. I've only got 22 gig left. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head out. I will be back on Monday to do some. I'll probably schedule like one of the games I need to play Bernard. Or the other one, which is a Survivors style game. Demo, I should say. One of the two. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll probably just sit and watch like anime. Honestly. I haven't done so in a while. I've probably got loads I've got to watch still. Right, I'm out. Have a good night. I'll see you on Monday. Bye bye.